Threat Assessment Officer Yilthara stared at the classification report for the third time, her neural processors struggling to reconcile the contradictory data. According to the Galactic Security Database, the human before her was simultaneously listed as a Class 7 Apex Predator and a non-combatant civilian. Such a classification should have been impossible. Dr. Jennifer Walsh, she read aloud from the file. Occupation, pediatric physician. Specialization, caring for juvenile members of her species. Threat level, maximum. The human in question sat peacefully in the interview chamber, wearing simple civilian clothing and displaying none of the natural weapons, armor plating, or toxin sacs typically associated with Predator-class beings. She appeared to be consuming some form of heated liquid from a container, while reviewing what appeared to be medical documents. Dr. Walsh, Yilthara began carefully. Our security protocols are experiencing difficulty processing your classification. You are listed in our database as both a healer and an apex predator. Could you clarify this apparent contradiction? Dr. Walsh looked up with the gentle expression that humans seem to wear when dealing with children or confused beings. I'm not sure I understand the question. I'm a doctor. I help sick kids get better. Yes, Yilthara confirmed, consulting her data pad. Our records indicate you have dedicated your life to preserving and nurturing the young of your species. However, our threat assessment algorithms have also flagged you as possessing the combat capabilities of a military-grade weapon system. Dr. Walsh frowned slightly. That seems like an odd comparison. I've never been in the military. Perhaps a demonstration would clarify, suggested Security Chief Morgax, a heavily armored Britaxian whose species was renowned for their combat prowess. Our training facility has various scenarios designed to test defensive capabilities. 20 minutes later, the security team watched in bewildered silence as Dr. Walsh completed the advanced combat simulation course. She had navigated through armed opponents, environmental hazards, and tactical challenges with the fluid efficiency of a seasoned warrior, all while maintaining a concerned expression and asking if the holographic enemies were okay after she'd neutralized them. Time to completion, 3 minutes, 47 seconds, reported the facility AI. Previous record held by Special Forces Commander Zix Tao, 8 minutes, 12 seconds. Dr. Walsh, Chief Morgax said slowly, how did you acquire these combat skills? Combat skills? Dr. Walsh looked genuinely puzzled. I was just trying not to get hurt while helping those people who seemed to be in distress. But the precision strikes, the tactical movement patterns. Oh, that. Well, I work in the pediatric emergency ward back on Earth. You learn to move quickly and efficiently when dealing with scared, injured children who might lash out. Plus, my older brother used to pick on me when we were kids, so I learned some basic self-defense. Yilthara consulted her growing file of human data. Dr. Walsh, our records indicate that your species classifies you as small for a human female. Is this accurate? I'm about average height, maybe a little shorter. Why? The implications hung in the air like a toxic cloud. If an average-sized human civilian could achieve these results without training or weapons, what were their actual warriors capable of? Dr. Walsh, Yilthara continued, could you describe a typical day in your profession? Sure. I usually start by examining children who are frightened and in pain. Many of them try to bite, scratch, or hit me while I'm trying to help them. I have to remain calm, move efficiently, and often physically restrain them while administering treatment. Sometimes their parents become aggressive too, especially if they think I'm hurting their child. And you consider this routine? Well, yes. Though last Tuesday was particularly challenging. We had a flu outbreak, so I was dealing with about 60 scared, sick kids and their panicked families all at once. Security Chief Morgax made a note in his personal file. Recommend immediate reclassification of all human civilians to military-grade threat level. One final question, Dr. Walsh, Yiltharoth said. What would you do if someone threatened the children under your care? The gentle expression on Dr. Walsh's face shifted almost imperceptibly. For just a moment, the security team caught a glimpse of something that made their threat assessment system scream warnings. I would stop them, she said simply, her voice carrying a quiet certainty that somehow sounded more terrifying than any roar of rage. As Dr. Walsh returned to her medical documents, the security team realized they had discovered something unprecedented in galactic history, a species where the distinction between protector and predator was so blurred as to be meaningless. Later, Yiltharoth would add a special notation to the human classification file. Warning: threat level increases exponentially when offspring or vulnerable individuals are perceived to be at risk. Do not threaten human young in presence of human adults under any circumstances. The galaxy's understanding of the human species, she reflected, required constant revision upward.